Brandon Hyde out and Mike Elias still running this organization. What is next?
I don't know. Apparently, not even a press conference for the GM who went for 10 days to find any sympathetic podcast and microphone he could find to spew his pablum and BS about his faux accountability and his allegiance to Brandon Hyde. And then he fires the guy Saturday morning and suddenly has no time to do anything. There's a lot of fraudulent stuff that's been perpetrated on this fan base for several years now. You can really take it back to the 23 trade deadline, which is when I started seeing right through that warehouse and seeing that there was not only no there, but there was no soul there. And so I don't know about this owner. Like, do you guys know anything about this owner? Like, he used to spray people with water guns and throw hats at them, let them eat cake. Now you can't even find him. He's got nothing to say about firing a manager. He's got nothing to say about a farm system that's stagnant. He's got nothing to say, I guess, about 6 years of international signings that have maybe produced Sam Basayo, but nothing else. He's got nothing to say about all of Mike Elias's horrid transactions. He's got nothing to say about these jokers butchering this ballpark twice and having no playoff wins to show for it. Mike Elias is the problem. He's the cancer. He's patient zero. Until they cut him out, this is all BS.
Does it happen? Do they cut him out?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I would have fired him with Brandon Hyde. Why didn't you just fire him? You're really going to give him another trade deadline? Like, he's clearly shown he plays favorites. It's all politics. Certain guys get a million chances. Other guys get no chances. Kyle Stowers. And so, like, if you want to let him keep doing this, I mean, you can. But, like, I'm old enough to remember this owner with the richest people on the planet from Davos, Switzerland this offseason saying Mike Elias is a genius. He convinced me I don't have to spend money. We don't want to win press conferences. Mike's got the next 7 years of the American League penciled out, and we're good to go. I mean, how do I compete with that? He's completely brainwashed. When is it reality? What really matters? Like, do you want to talk about the fact that, like, the Double-A team has a 314 on base? Do we want to talk about that? Their hitting incubator. You want to talk about the high A teams got a 317 on base? You want to talk about that? You want to talk about Vance Honeycutt can't hit high A right-handed pitching, and he was supposed to be like a fast starter? Like, it's a joke. It's rotten to the core all the way through. They haven't produced a pitcher yet, but, like, does this guy know? Does he notice? Is he aware? I don't know. But do you think Tony Manzolino's going to fix it? He kept the hitting coaches. I mean, this whole thing is a charade.
So you think Mike Elias is the guy to get him to the next level? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I do. I would. You know what? I think he needs to be the team president. You need to Dombrowski him. Yeah, and then bring in more underlings and let him work this thing even more. I mean, look, they're 57 and 76 since beating the Yankees in an afternoon game and chasing Luis Hill from the Bronx last June 20th, 57 and 76. They're 27 and 40 at home in that span, including the playoffs. Like, you know who's worse than the Orioles at home since June 20th of last year? The White Sox. That's it. They got the same record as the Rockies.
No, not fair. Can't take shots at the White Sox on this
show. No, the White Sox are, I mean, at least we know what the White Sox are. They're not trying to propagate a myth. Like, they're doing what Elias did, and Elias did what he did to go back to being the White Sox. It's great. It's genius. Yeah, give him a contract for life.
All right. So, I do want to know this. Like, what would you have done differently then? Because we talk about Dave Dombrowski and AJ Preller and some of these other GMs that go out. The Epstein did it for a couple of times and go out and make the moves they need to make. But what would you have done different than what Elias did with the resources he was given?
Well, we were begging for Evaldi or Pavetta on my show. What I've done. I know he hasn't had a huge start there, and I think I might have talked about it with you guys a while back. Gunnar Henderson's a third baseman, not a shortstop. Again, we can propagate myths. We can live in Elias world, or we can live in the real world. I would have brought in Willie Adames, got a real shortstop. Move Gunnar to third. Between Westberg or Jackson Holiday, you got a decision to make. Can Jordan Westberg play first base? If he can, why is Ryan Mountcastle still here? Like, I would have never made the Stowers trade. You can go back and listen to my show. I destroyed that trade in real time. Norby was their best second baseman at that time. Stowers was their best right fielder at that time. And Trevor Rogers is a junk 4A arm that was never going to recover, especially not with these guys being the ones to fix them. Who do they fix? I mean, we could go on and on. I panned both of their last two deadlines in real time and said this guy made the team worse. I mean, do you want to defend Eloy Jimenez and Austin Slater? Like we can. I mean, if you want to take that side, I mean, you tell me what he's done that's been good. Like you tell me at the major league level. I'm not talking about tanking to pick 5th overall. By the way, the kid they took 2nd overall still can't play corner outfield. I told him that in low A. You can find the text of Mike Elias. Like, bro, I'm watching this kid. Are you going to make him a DH to get the bat up here, Heston Kjerstad? Or if you want to be a corner outfielder, then you better devote a whole lot of time to that. Just go watch him play right field the other day. There's nothing that's happened that I didn't call. Kobe Mayo's not a third baseman. He makes 2 errors. They send him back down to Norfolk. Where do you think he plays the next night? First base or right field where he has a future, or third base because Mike Elias is a genius? Third base because Mike Elias is a genius.
Kratz, I'm going to let everyone in on a little secret. I am not a fan of carrying around physical cash. I go Cash App, where you can send, receive, or transfer money with family and friends. It's super easy. They've got your back too. Like if you're trying to send some money and you maybe put in the wrong account name, they'll be like, hey, this is a sketchy account. Are you sure you want to send this? Cash App has your back. They do it safe, securely, easily, and fee-free.
And all you got to do is download the app, and Scott can actually pay for his half of dinner.
Exactly. For a limited time only, new Cash App users can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, there's no catch. Download Cash App, sign up. It's very easy, and use our exclusive referral code Territory in your profile. Send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App.
Do they have enough offense that if they weren't down by 3 or 4 runs by the 4th inning every night, do they have enough offense to say, you know what, we can put together at bats?
I was begging for a real bat last year when they were high on the hog, when they beat the Yankees 17-5. Because you want to know their on base since then? In 135 games, their on base is 311. It was 3-run homers or nothing at all. Well, what happens when that dries up? What happens when they don't keep Santander around? What happens when Gunnar Henderson's no longer on a 100 home run pace? Like, and don't even get me started on Adley Rutschman. I mean, it's ridiculous. It is unserious, unprofessional, and farcical to keep batting him 3rd or 4th every night with these quality or lack quality of at bats. He's also not even an average catcher. Like he's not even an average catcher. Like, and he's supposed to be the face of this thing. I mean, he responded from last year's atrocity with arguably a worse start to this year. Like, no, they're not an elite. They're not elite at anything. They platoon all over the place. They don't even know how to do player development. Everybody plays 3 positions 2 days a week in the minors. How's that working out for him? Grayson Rodriguez never pitches into the 7th inning in the minors. How's that working out for him? Everybody piggybacks. Everybody gets a participation medal. Nobody goes through adversity. It's a joke.
What happened to Adley? I want to know. I've been on this train for it's been a year now. I mean, it's been like a year now, right? I mean, it's not like this has been a couple weeks and you're like, oh man, he'll bounce back. This started like around June 1st-ish last year. So what happened? Because he was supposed to be the face. He was supposed to be the guy they were going to sign. He was the 1-1. I mean, this was their guy. What has happened? Because I like Adley, and I think he could be really good.
I like him too. I think he's mentally fractured. I think he's over-enabled. He had a huge collapse last year. They didn't make him talk to the media. There was zero accountability. They propagated their myth. They kept batting him 3rd or 4th every night. Things got worse instead of getting better. Did they go and get him real help at the deadline? No. Like I said, they got Alston Slater and Eloy Jimenez. So that puts even more pressure on the kids. I don't think he was in tremendous shape last year. I do think he showed up in camp in better shape this year, but they also coddled him. Go look at how few innings he's actually caught for someone at the beginning of their career. It became pretty obvious last year he doesn't hit when he catches. So their response to that was the DH more. Bro, they took a catcher 1-1, and who caught game 1 of the playoffs last year? It wasn't Adley. It was McCann, because McCann was significantly better defensively. McCann's in AAA. No, I think Adley shattered in the head. I think he hit major adversity. I think they were ill-equipped to handle it. I think they blew smoke up his backside. I think Freddie Gonzalez, one of the people who was a bit maybe of a bad cop in that organization, he got tossed out at the end of the season, and they've got a younger coaching staff, even less experienced, and they continue to do the same things they've done. Find me the spot where Adley sat for 2 or 3 days in a row. Why is he above that? And at the same time, Cedric Mullins was their best hitter. Cedric Mullins, a top 20 hitter in Major League Baseball against right-handers at home since June of last year. And they had Cedric batting 8th or 9th in the playoffs, and he's the only guy delivering. It's politics. It's shameful stuff. They need a new set of eyes to come in here and figure out who fits and who doesn't. And I got news for you. Adley might not fit. He certainly might not fit at catcher. And if he's going to first base, homeboy better learn to hit the ball hard in the air.
Yeah. Hey, Mike Elias' computer system's not working out well. Last one real quick. I know you got your show. What's next? So what are you trading, right? So if you are taking over this team, everybody.
Cedric Mullins, Eflin, Sagano, Jorge Mateo, Ryan O'Hearn. I mean, whatever you can get from Mountcastle, they waited way too long for that. I mean, they should have traded when he had 30 home runs. Again, this isn't revisionist history. I talk about this stuff 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. And you can check my Twitter feed too. It's all timestamped.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everything that's not nailed down, like Batista, I would absolutely trade Batista. I mean, they like doing business with the Phillies. They get fleeced all the time. But, like, I mean, it should be – but it can't be him. Like, this guy can't do it. He's the problem. How's the problem going to fix itself when he won't even admit it's a problem?
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.